Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We're going to start off today with a little conversation with last year's student and now friend Mara and her experience of the light body. And then I'm going to do a transmission with you guys today of the light body energies so you can begin to feel them in your own body and in your own system. And if you choose to move forward with the light body course, you'll already have been sort of attuned to it today. So this is a little 10-minute conversation, and then we will get to do some practice. So here you go.
I can remember not completely understanding what I was about to embark on, but knowing that the classes and the courses that I've taken with you previously have led to such deeper understandings of myself and my surroundings and my relationships that I just had an underlying feeling that this was kind of a game changer for me and I needed to do it.
Awesome. And I know that you had some resistance with it financially. You were thinking about possibly postponing taking it. So what was it that, what kind of moved you over the edge to commit at that time?
I believe I was in one of your Starseed journeys and Spirit came to me and showed me, if you really want it, this is how you can do it. It's not the easiest way, but if you really want it, you're not out of options.
Oh, how to pay for it.
Yeah.
Spirit showed you how to pay for it.
Yeah. I was like, oh. Okay. And by the end of that, I remember, I think I maybe shared that with you in that journey. And I was on board ever since.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I remember you shared the illumination, but not the process of it. Cool. All right. And so then you took the course and you were you were kind of in and out of the live classes. You did a lot of it sort of on your own.
Yeah.
How was the process of that for you?
Personally, there was just so much going on in my life, and that's everybody. I personally think I got more out of it when I was in attendance with the group.
Okay.
But practicing on my own was just amazing, actually. Just like it just felt like building blocks. Like I kept getting better at it. I kept gaining more understanding of what was happening and what my body was doing, and just how powerful it became for me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I know that you were going through a massive transition in your life, a deconstruction of a lot of the stability of your life during that time. It started pretty soon after you started the course, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So do you feel like the light body material supported you during that life transition? Or how do you feel it supported you?
I feel like it did support me because I grew spiritually, undoubtedly, and would receive information and receive downloads of information that would, sometimes get me through the day, get me through the hour, get me through the week. It also helped me. I remember you telling us a story about how like you checked on the pasta.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can feel when I call it like there's a ripple in the force.
Yeah.
I can feel when that's coming. I don't know. Like I haven't honed in on like what corner of the earth it's coming from, but I said it to myself. Shit, something's coming. Like, and I kind of know the level of like frustration or devastation or confusion, like what it's going to bring to me. So I'm almost like preparing myself.
Yeah.
And then when it happens, it was funny because I went on a date with a guy and I knew something was going to happen before the date. The date wound up happening, but 2 hours later, and he sat down and he was all apologies. And I said, dude, I knew it was coming. So don't. And he's like, what?
What was the apologies?
The apologies was like, he was, the date happened 2 hours later than it needed to be.
Oh, it was late.
Yes.
Oh, so he was apologizing.
His pig got loose.
Okay. So you knew there was going to be a delay, or you knew something was going to happen, and then the delay happened, and it wasn't a big deal, but.
Right. So I said, like, I will often already know what's coming, so I don't worry about it. Don't sweat it.
And so you're able to prepare energetically.
Yes.
Like you get your energy body ready.
Yes.
Because you know it's coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I had that experience when I first started this course, and I was working at the gym at Curves. I remember it, like I think it was one of those first things that happened. So it was like a wow. And I remember looking down, and it was like a ripple in the force, like something's coming. And I looked up, and from like across the room, I could see this woman like all disgruntled because I don't know, there was no toilet paper in the bathroom or something, but she like came storming up and started barking in my face. But I already had my light body on because I could feel it coming from across the room. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it helped to stabilize that situation and not take it personally.
The other thing that's been happening a lot is what you've referred to as like the glitches.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. You know, and it makes me feel a little bit of a freak. Like what is really real, what's real, but it also, it most often results in me saying like, we're really in a play, Mara. Like this isn't real. Like ride it out. Like it's okay.
It really gives you a sense of the holographic
world
that we're in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It is.
Crazy. Do you sometimes feel like you're like, I've had this experience where you're like walking down the street and you're almost elevated, like you're walking on a cloud a little bit?
Yeah, I've had days of that.
Yeah.
Actually.
What does that feel like to you? And maybe do you notice anybody's response to you from that space?
Oh God. So yeah. Matt, who I've had this on again, off again, on again relationship with, I've done a lot around him, a lot. And he has, in a year, gone from basically anytime I would speak of things like this, be like, come on now, this is voodoo magic kind of stuff. And something happened in our lives the other day. And he turned to me and he said, sometimes you have to pay attention to when the universe does stuff like this, Mara. It was like, well. Came around.
Look who has a new perspective. That's interesting. Yeah, great.
Yeah, even when we're just laying there quiet, I'll run energies and he will physically respond.
Awesome.
They'll get more affectionate or
and new possibilities that you hadn't considered before. Was
Mhm.
that part of your experience?
Yeah.
Can you share a little bit about that?
Well, all of a sudden it was like the veil dropped of limitations, and I realized like I can literally change my course at any time if I really want to. And it was extremely empowering. I ultimately, went back to my safe spot, but knowing I've got plans in the wings and I have tools now to help me get there. And like the energy body course helped with making me feel supported in being able to get to achieve those goals.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So can you share maybe like one of your favorite experiences or maybe your favorite aha moments through the process?
Well, I'm not sure, I have so many sessions and meetings with you. I'm not sure where this information came from, but I definitely incorporated it into my energy work. And that was, I was made aware that the healing that my family needs, I'm the portal for it. You put that as your clip.
I'll put that in at the end.
I continue to ask for my higher self and my ex's higher self to kind of work it out at night and let me be the healer. Let me do this. Just knowing that I have that kind of power inside of me that I can change. I can heal my family. I can put some of the pieces back together was profound. Two, it gave me a sense of I have some kind of control over this in a situation that I felt that was absolutely out of control. And it restored like a little bit of hope, like maybe this is fixable. Maybe I can do this. That was my biggest aha moment, I think, was like, I can be the portal to the healing.
Powerful. That's powerful. Powerful.
Yeah, that was great.
Awesome.
All right. Oh, good to see you guys all again. Thanks for popping on. It was great to see your faces there. Hi, Steve. Hi, Cliff. Hi, Zara. Welcome, welcome. So it's lovely to put faces to the names that I've been seeing on the live streams. So that was Mara. She was a student of the Light Body, and she pops into a lot of the monthly offerings that we do. And if you don't know, we usually do a monthly offering of a Starseed journey, which is a pay-as-you-may event. So it's free up to, I think, $20, depending on what you can afford. We do a monthly Akashic Record reading, which is a group reading, and it's kind of a Lightworkers training and Lightworkers support. We choose one person in the group that is going to be holding the hot seat, and we read the record for that person. And the record has the theme for the whole group. And then as a group, we clear personal karma and we clear karma for the collective, making it easier for others that have experienced the wound or the theme to lift it personally. And then we usually do like a monthly full moon message circle, which is a little more intimate, and it's like a one-on-one. Well, it's a group, but you get like 15 minutes of one-on-one personal reading and coaching based on any questions that you might have. We tune into there she is. We tune into the the energies surrounding the situation of the question, and we give you different perspectives based on your soul guides, your spirit guides, and what they're sharing about it. So those are some of the monthly readings. Mara comes to a lot of those. She went through a massive transformation in her life when she was when she embarked on the Light Body course. Her life went through a big upheaval and change. And recently she's been using her light body energy. She's been using her manifestation skills, and she just changed her job. She just got out of a really toxic situation in her job. And now she is in a brand new job that she's manifested that has a lot more freedom, a lot more money, a lot more ease, and a lot more, she feels a lot more appreciated in her work where she's at now. So she's been doing a lot of work with us. And it's been like one of my favorite things along this journey of teaching the Light Body course is just watching you guys grow and watching you guys transform and move through your struggles, move through your obstacles, and have your successes and have your victories. And it becomes a real beautiful soul family, this group, because we're witnessing and supporting each other. And I just absolutely love it. Like I said, this is one of my favorite things to do. So I want to take you through a transmission. And Mona, I'm going to put you back on. You can leave again if you want. I don't know if you did that on purpose. Okay. So I'm going to take you guys through a light body transmission. And excuse me. So you get to feel it for yourself. And then we can do, well, then we'll see what we're going to do after that. Let me connect to the guides and everybody. So what I'm going to have you guys do, because I can't really teach you the centers and put this out there live. It's not in integrity with the work. So I'm going to do the light body transmissions silently here. But I'll tell you kind of like where to focus your awareness when I'm doing them. But for the most part, what I'm going to have you guys do is create your toroidal field. Because it's basically like your light body is already there. Okay, your light body's already there. Your light body's already on. The thing that we do when we're doing the awakening your light body is basically what we're doing is we're connecting your awareness. We're awakening your awareness and connecting your awareness to the energy body systems that are already there. And you're turning it on so that you're feeling it more in your consciousness, your conscious awareness. And it's running on autopilot once you get this thing on. One of the things that Mara said in there is she feels the ripple in the force, right? And so I'm sure most of you have watched Star Wars when the Jedi kind of like lifts his head and they say there's a disturbance in the force. That's a real experience. That is a real experience that you will have with this thing on, because you're bridging, like I said, you're bridging your neural pathways into to interpret the non-sense or the non-physical data of your light body. And so when there's a ripple in the force, it kind of like alerts you, and you look up and you what is it? And then you see it coming, or you feel it coming, or it alerts you that something's coming, so you can start to run the energies and start to get centered before the thing appears in front of you and knocks you over, right? So I was sharing that about my like experience at Curves in that clip where this woman came at me from across the room, and she was angry, but I felt her anger across the room, and I was able to look up and see her and run my energies and run that the heart center one, which creates your sense of neutrality and your sense of emotional regulation. I was able to just get that going before she actually got in front of my face and started yelling at me for not having toilet paper in the bathroom. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like the disturbance in the force, the ripple in the force is something that you'll start to feel as you awaken and as you build those neural transmitters to pick up that non-sensory data. All right, so for this next little exercise, I'm going to do, it's 10:20. We'll do like maybe 15 minutes, a 15-minute transmission. And let me just write. Okay. So the toroidal field, in case you don't know, the toroidal field is like a donut-shaped field. So what you want to do as I'm doing the energy transmission here, what I'd like you to do just to keep your mind focused on something is imagine light coming up through the center, coming up and then going out to the top of your head and around your field and then back up. It's that donut shape. It's that donut shape that you're looking for, and imagining like the center of your body is in the center of that donut, and the light is moving up through your body and then around your field and coming back. That is one of the first layers of your light body. It's not the light body in the course, but it is part of your light body, is this toroidal field of energy. So I want you to focus on that, breathing in from down. So breathing in and up. Yeah. And then when it hits the top of your crown, breathing out and around and just bringing that back down below you and back up. And I'm going to start to transmit the light body energies. I wonder if, let me see if I can get some music going for you. I had this morning before waking up, I had anxiety dreams about coming in line with you guys this morning. Can you hear that music? Yeah? Is it too loud or too little? It's good? Yeah, good volume? Okay, cool. Yeah, I had all kinds of anxiety dreams. I had a dream that I was doing this transmission from like a bar or a ski lodge, and then it was all the tech was screwing up and it lasted a long time. It was a crazy dream. Anyways, here we go. Let's do this. Can you still hear that volume is still okay? Now it's too loud. It's too loud. How about now? Just your thumbs up. Too loud? Is it good? It's good. It was good. It's too low. Rihanna, what are you saying? Try use. Now it's too low. It's too loud. Rihanna, try turning your speakers down. Oh, now it's too low. Okay. That's good. Okay, cool. Hey, Terry, you didn't miss a thing. You're going to sit. Yep, you're going to sit. So, Terry, if you just popped on, we are... It's too loud for me. Terry, you're going to sit. And for anyone who's just starting, we're about to go into a meditation. And what we want you to do is focus on closing your eyes, focus on the toroidal field of energy. So you're breathing Let me write this in the comment here. Breathe. Light. In and up through your center, out your crown in a donut shape around your body, back up. Okay, so breathing like in and up through your center column, out and around your toroidal field, and then back in and up. So inhale, exhale around, inhale, exhale around. All right, and I'm going to start the transmission, and just notice when you start to feel the transmission. Okay, so begin. Breathing in and up, out and around. Play with it. Play with different colored lights. Play with how expansive you can make your donut, bringing the donut in close to your body or making it really, really large. All right, so I'm not transmitting yet. You guys do your thing, and I'll tell you when I start the transmission. So begin to think about the intention that you set at the beginning of this masterclass. What was it that you desired to level up in your life? Bring that into the forefront of your mind. And then just place that out in the field in front of you. So you're just setting the intention and then putting that into your energy field. Opening to receive all of the support, guidance, illuminations to assist you in shifting and up-leveling that particular topic, that particular intention. And I'm going to begin transmitting to you guys now. Just becoming aware now of any shifts, any changes that are beginning to occur, moving your awareness through your physical body, through your light body. Just become aware of the changes, the shifts that are happening through your own intention and through the support of this transmission. And as I transmit to you, we invite you to transmit to your intention, bringing light, illumination, support to your intention, opening to receive on a greater level. So an interesting thing is happening on my end is I'm actually transmitting to you and I'm receiving your transmission of the toroidal field. It's really interesting. Okay, so first level of the transmission is complete. So just notice any shifts that have occurred for you energetically. Become aware of your experience now. And I'm going to, on the next level of the transmission, I'm going to just shout out your chakras. So just inviting you to sort of like bring your awareness to the area of your chakra. And what I mean by that is, like if I say root chakra, I'm actually talking about the root chakra area, but also your energy field from the root chakra down, right? And so then when we go to the sacral chakra, it's like a band of energy, not located in your body. I want you to kind of like just become aware of the energy from the root chakra out and around you and also down. So each chakra that we go up, bring your awareness into the energy field around that chakra. All right, so becoming aware of your experience right now. And beginning to transmit again, become aware of the root chakra area. Any movement, any sensation in that area of your energy body. Moving up to the sacral chakra. And see if you can contract both. So the sacral chakra down. The sacral chakra includes root chakra. And all we're asking you to do is just scan. Become aware of what's happening, if anything. Moving to the solar plexus chakra now. And the heart chakra. The throat chakra. Brow chakra. Crown chakra. Now become aware of that cocoon of energy around you, your field of energy. Notice how far out your first level expands. Is it a couple inches from your body? Is it a couple feet? Is it even larger? Become aware once again of your experience now, noticing what's happening within you and around your body. And now think about your intention. The intention that you set at the beginning of the class, at the beginning of our 5 days together. Hold this beautiful, harmonious feeling of your energy body with the intention of it already complete, you already having it. That which you are looking to level up has already leveled up. Feel what that would feel like now in your energy system. What would it feel like to already be able to stay calm, centered, harmonious? Come back to center. What would it feel like? You have to use your imagination. What would it feel like to be fully embodied? To feel your feet on the ground? To feel your heart within your chest? What would it feel like to be open and receptive and allowing the universe to bless you, grace you, deliver surprises and miracles to you? Notice your experience now. What has shifted in your energy body? Continue to focus on your intention and the experience of already having it. Allow your spirit guides, your higher self, to drop that information into your imagination, opening your imagination in receptivity. Becoming aware of your experience again. There's a lot of energy moving now. I can feel you guys really opening up, really turning on. Moving your energy back to your energy body, that toroidal field, or that container, that cocoon of energy that we created. See if it's become more expansive, and see if you can expand it if you need it. So opening your energy body wider to let in more of your own light, more of your own spirit. Perhaps tuning into that toroidal field, bringing the energy up from below, out your crown and around. And then focus on your intention again, bringing this intention into the light, into the expanded state. Using your imagination to feel into, see into, imagine what it would be like already having that experience. All right, we're going to start to bring the energy down. So what I'm just going to start to close it down. I just want you guys to become aware of your energy field again and just notice the shifting as I start to bring us down. Just notice. Release the toroidal field, release anything you might be doing to continue the light body. Just allow it to release now. Notice the energy shifts as we're closing these energy centers for you. Tuning it back down, like turning the volume down on the sun. And just bring yourself back into your body, slowly coming back into the room, back to the earth plane. And settling into your body. You might want to imagine that grounding cord going down into the earth. You might want to imagine your spirit sort of like coming into your body like a glove, fitting into your fingers, fitting into your toes, fitting into your feet, just coming back in, settling in, opening your eyes when you're ready. And I would love for you guys that are on the StreamYard with me to turn your videos on so I can see you, and feel free to turn your mics on too. I would love to hear how your experience was. For those of you who were not on the StreamYard, please drop a note in the chat so we can see how your experience was. Good morning, my dear Shamira. Yeah, Monica.
Yes.
How'd it go?
Oh, that was just incredible. Thank you so much.
Were you able to feel the difference and the shift from when I said I was going to begin to transmit? And
yes,
when
I could feel the energy instantly. It wasn't huge or anything, but I'm so dampened. It was anything was incredible. So yeah, I felt it instantly.
Good.
I felt all of the different, I think not all of them, but I felt a lot of the different shifts, which is new for me. I didn't normally feel this. So yay.
Yeah, wonderful. Good. So you already manifested your intention.
Yeah. I hope so. I think so. I was going to ask you, how do I know when my spirit and soul came back? Because I was told back in 2003, when I started this 21-year journey, my spiritual sojourn of my DIY OJT project of my healing, and everybody else is all along the way, and I'm only just now finally getting to the crux of my healing, apparently. After all this time, I've lost my train of thought now.
You were saying
I didn't know
when your spirit and soul come. You were told in 2003 something about
that my spirit was only that I was missing half of my spirit refused to be born. So, and I did. There were some circumstances around my birth, so and my life, so that made sense to me. But it shocked it shocked me. Obviously, I was just new coming into the charismatic Christianity, and I and prophetic unction. It just blew me away. I knew they were telling me the truth, but I didn't know what that meant. And it wasn't until you yesterday shed a little bit, 21 years later, shed a little bit more light on some of that for me.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do with that, for so
Yeah.
long. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah.
You for
So,
being here.
yes, that's great. So yeah, so we shared yesterday, for who anybody's new, is that the common ideology, the common program out there in the world is that when we're born, our soul comes into our body, and when we die, our soul leaves our body. But what I've found through my own experience that's closer to the truth is that when we're born, some of the light of our soul, some of the light of our spirit makes the connection into the physical body for the purpose of having the experience in the physical world. But the majority of our soul and spirit is non-physical. It's so powerful, so big, so huge that it cannot condense itself fully into the physical body. But what we do here on our life journey is as we practice our spiritual practices and as we cultivate the soul qualities within us, we're actually calling more of our soul, more of our spiritual connection into this embodiment so that more of our soul, more of our spirit can be here.
So none of us are born with all of our spirit, or is it varying degrees for different?
No, I want you to imagine that your soul and your spirit is as gigantic as the actual sun.
Whoa.
And that's not even true. Okay, so it's even bigger than that.
Yeah.
So your soul and your spirit is as giant as the sun, and you are one of the rays of that sun facing the earth. That's a metaphor, obviously, but that's kind of closer to the truth. That soul and that spirit and the bigger part of ourselves is so big, and it actually does have different rays of consciousness out in the world in different bodies, different planets, different dimensions. It's really interesting.
Wow.
So remember when we were talking about on Monday, we were talking about we were talking about moving we did the practice of moving our awareness around our physical bodies to pick up the data that our physical body is always experiencing, right? So like right now, our physical body feels the waistband of our pants. Our physical body feels our chair. Our physical body is aware of the temperature of the air around us. It feels the glasses, but I don't feel any of that because I'm not really aware of it until we place our awareness on it, right? So when we go out into like our soul and our spirit, just like our physical body, our soul and our spirit knows everything out there, all the different dimensions of our being, different timelines, different past lives. Like the soul and the spirit has access to all of that, the libraries of light. And so it's when we take our awareness into our soul, our spiritual body, our light body, and then we bring it back, that is how we access the data from those different dimensions of our being.
Wow.
Yeah. And so when I think you guys, there was this saying a while back that circulates, and it's like when you take one step towards your spirit takes 10 steps towards you. Or when you take one step towards your family of light takes 10 steps towards you, because it's like they're waiting. Your soul and your spirit is waiting for this awakening, waiting for your evolvement to become aware and invite it into our lives. And so it's just waiting for us to have the capacity to download it, understand it, make use of this additional energy. If we are super involved in like survival stuff and our attention is on all of the like physical stuff, the soul and the spirit's kind of like, well, they're a little busy right now trying to survive. They're a little busy, trying to make food, trying to make money, trying to do whatever it is that they're trying to do. So we'll just wait. We'll wait. Right. And so my personal experience is that the more that I connect with soul, the more that I connect with spirit, the more that I ask for help, the more miracles I experience in my life, the more magical my life becomes. People show up, situations show up, resources show up in the exact moment that I need them, without me having to do the heavy lifting of life, really. And I'm not saying, I don't want to say to you guys that like my life is easy, right? Like we all have, and we continue to have the evolution on our path, the things that we have to heal, the limiting beliefs, the glass ceilings that have been put in place for us by society, our ancestors, right? So like right now, currently in my life, I am looking at shifting my financial situation. So I've done all of this manifestation work. Money was never a priority for me, ever. It was always experience. Like I want to go to Europe and I want to do this. I want to travel and I want to go do this. And so I've created all of those things for myself. And now I'm 50 years old and I'm like, maybe I should
I know.
put some money in the bank. It might be important now. So that's where I'm at in the moment of my life. And I've been looking at this now for maybe 8 months or so. And spirit is showing me, because I'm looking at it, spirit is showing me like all of the different dysfunctional behavioral patterns of my family that I've inherited. And I'm having to break or dissolve or just become aware and choose not to do those things for each one. And this is so what I'm saying is like, as we up level, there's always more. There's always the next area of our life that needs our attention, that needs our healing, that needs our transmission. So that's where I'm at the moment, clearing the blocks, looking at the patterns, choosing something not to. And it's an ever evolving journey that never ends. Even as we, when we pass away from this earth, there's like more evolution, more learning, more experience. And it's just a beautiful thing. So what's great is, so Cliff, if you're having that experience, you got to log off one of the platforms, I think. So one of the things that Spirit has sort of like shared with me to share with the world is that enlightenment is not a destination. Like nobody becomes enlightened and then it's like heaven is not a destination. It's a vibration, and it's ever evolving as we evolve. So it's never boring. So basically, like once you become like ascended master level, right? Once you become ascended master level, then the next level opens up. Then there's more after that, right? So then it's like, oh, well, can you become like maybe you want to become a planet that inhabits life and holds the life of all of these ecosystems. Imagine what you have to become to evolve to become like Mother Gaia, right? So there's all these, it's never ending.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, weirdly, it's a paradox that doesn't exist. Like it's a matrix and it just keeps opening and opening. But we don't really have to think about all that, the metasphere of it. It's really about like, okay, well, if I can connect to the metasphere, if I can connect to my divine self, if I could connect to my illuminated self, then I can function on the earth plane and do what it is I came here to do, or receive, or be, or help, or serve, whatever it is that I'm here to do, learn, grow, share. That all of that's better because I'm connected to more of myself, more of my skills, more of my essence in order to live a happy, joyful life. Yeah. All right. So I just want to we're moving into the hour. We've gone an hour already. So does anybody else want to share about their experience of what we just had in regards to the transmission? Did you notice the shift in the transmission when you were doing the toroidal field? And then I said, okay, I'm going to transmit now. Did you notice the shift? Cliff, Steve, Zara?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
What I felt what I got an image of was a dragonfly.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's very sharp. Something just popped in.
Beautiful.
I quite like that, because I've heard people talk about, I think it's a dragonfly, what they go through a metamorphosis before they become a dragonfly.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea of the central column, and then suddenly the wings, that's quite beautiful.
Oh, I love that.
But yeah, I think just kind of more generally, I was talking to somebody, and I do think that it's good that small groups of people are doing work like this all over the planet, and if we really do, and we it's not just embracing these concepts, it's actually working with them.
Yes.
So it's like you said, I mean, if we all start to gain these skills, then we really could change the planet. I think it's possible.
Yes. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? You're making me tear up, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope we do. And and I also like the fact that it is small groups doing it, because I think we're moving away from, one big leader telling a million people what to do. Like, we're just small groups of communities are just doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Living heart-based. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I've always been told, and I've had several amazing, beautiful spiritual teachers along the way, but what I've always been told is that one person that is holding a higher consciousness, like holding the higher consciousness and anchoring with the intention, one person is 10,000 times stronger than a person that is unconscious intention, right? So people that are going around just doing their day and they're holding their negative thought patterns, there's a certain vibration that they're sort of emanating and transmitting. But one person that's holding the current of power with intention and the current of spirit with intention actually counteracts or balances for 10,000 people that are asleep.
Do you know about the work of Veda Austin?
No, I haven't heard that person.
Right. So she does very interesting work with water.
Mm-hmm.
And she photographs water when she takes these. Water. She's found out that water can record her feelings and her thoughts. She's proved this scientifically. That the most amazing thing she's done is she showed water a sunflower seed, and usually the water, if you show it like a woman's face, it will respond with a woman's face.
Nice.
She showed the water a sunflower seed, and it showed her a sunflower in full bloom.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah. So there's the consciousness of the water. Yeah.
But what she also found, to like back up what you were saying, is that if she had like a free range organic egg and she put non-free range around the egg, the organic one affected the others in a good way.
Wow.
So rather than the one organic egg being kind of badly affected by 6 that surrounded it, the organic egg stayed the same and affected the other 6.
Yes, you guys are the organic eggs.
Exactly.
You guys are the organic eggs of the world, going out there and affecting all the world. Yes, that's right. Yeah. I mean, all of this stuff, like the Joe Dispenza stuff, the like there's so many spiritual teachers now that are out there in the world. Like when I grew up, in the 80s, I had to go to a library and they had like 4 books that I could choose from on this subject, right? And one of them, like, I pulled a yoga book when I was 17 because I was really interested in this stuff, but there was nothing available.
Yeah.
So I went to the library, I got a book on yoga, right? And back then it was like, all I got from the book was like, you had to use a neti pot and take cold showers. And I was like, I'm not doing this. But now, right? So like 30 years later, 40 years later, this is happening. This kind of stuff is happening all over the world.
Yeah.
Joe Dispenza has been scientifically researching the brain after meditations and how that's affecting bodies, and people are spontaneously healing. And that kind of consciousness, that knowingness is becoming widespread, and all kinds of holistic healing modalities are becoming widespread. So the world is shifting and changing. And as we continue to do this, people are going to be spontaneously waking up. And that is happening also. In fact, one of the people that is on the call today had like a spontaneous awakening and is now moving through her spiritual process of healing the old. So it's happening all over the world. And I remember watching, I went to see Deepak Chopra live in New York City many years ago. And he was saying that technology these days, we can take down an airplane with a phone. Like people can hack into airplanes and take an airplane down with a phone, with a computer in their pocket. And so what he was saying is like technology has reached this level where we can basically destroy the planet if we want to. So what is needed is this evolution in consciousness to move beyond that desire to want to destroy, right? And to want to instead to create. Yeah. So thanks for sharing, Cliff. That was a great conversation.
Pleasure.
Yeah. How about you, Steve? How was your experience with the transmission?
Hey, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
It was great. I started imagining like the emotions, reactions coming up and like evening it out. And I actually felt a lot of love, and I was tearing up as well when I got to the upper chakras. And I just tried to keep focused on the bubble and the pillar and the toroidal field, because I kind of kept going back and forth between them while I was focusing on the chakras and the energies around that. But it was definitely a lot more peaceful and a lot more balancing to feel it more stable for a longer period of time, because I'm so used to being hypervigilant coming back from disassociation. And so even now I'm not thinking too much about sharing, and just it's probably been like the most I've shared in a while now.
Honored.
Thanks.
Honored. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing your presence. Yeah. You're doing it. You're doing it. It's a journey. You're doing it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sarah, do you want to share?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I couldn't get the camera going. I don't know why.
That's okay. It's good to hear your voice.
Thanks. When at the first part of the transmission, I also started to feel the love, just like Steve did, like felt like a heart opening.
Good.
And then the second part with the chakras was it was interesting when we were at the bottom ones, like the sacral and the root. I could actually feel it in my third eye.
Oh, okay.
So that was really interesting.
Excellent. Yeah.
And also when you said you're now turning it down, I can still feel it now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I turned anything down.
It's not as intense though, is it?
Just because I'm not focusing on it, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. That's good though. I mean, you can leave it like that. I mean, it's supportive of you. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Can I just ask, is that what you do in the class?
Yes. Yeah. So that's what we do in the class. But I'm actually in the class, what I'm teaching you guys to do is to turn it on yourself, right? So you guys did the toroidal field, and I actually activated your energy body centers, transmitted to your energy body centers. And so there's so what we do in the class is I was sharing yesterday, Monica, yeah, you're never going to turn it off. Eventually you're never going to turn it off. At first you're going to turn it off just to kind of, because it's intense. But then you're just going to walk around with this big, beautiful light body on all the time that's supporting you. Yeah, that's the goal. So in the beginning, Zara, we will be teaching you how to turn on these energy body centers and how they work. So you have the energy body centers that you're learning in the light body class are higher in vibration than your chakras. So it's like the next level of your energy body. And what they do is, like, your chakras bring in prana and the earth energy most of the time. They circulate your auric field and your etheric field. The vibrational energy bodies of the light body sort of extend out into your spiritual body, and they specifically pull your spiritual body in, call in your spirit. And so the one that is associated with your root chakra, it actually comes out like a giant cone, and you learn how to regulate that cone to bring in more or less energy depending on your needs. So if you're tired, you might bring in a lot of energy. And if you are feeling like overactivated, or if you're in crowds of people, you might actually tune that down. So what you're learning in this class is how to regulate your energy body based on the situations that you're in, so that you can stay in a real groovy, harmonious feeling of well-being. So you bring it in through the first chakra, and then the second chakra harmonizes the energy of your environment in your field. The next chakra amplifies that energy for your purposes. The next chakra, which is related to the heart, sends out this incredible field of like emotional regulation, neutrality, peace, love. And this is really important when we get to, and that's month 2. So the first month is down here. The second month is here. And this one we'll be practicing talking to each other. We'll be like having little labs where we're practicing talking to each other and running the energy at the same time. So the thing is, as we move through this, practicing this, you're going to learn to hold the energy bodies open with your eyes open. So when you're talking to people, and you've ever had that experience, right, where you're at like a small party or a small gathering, and someone comes up to you and starts either dumping on you or just like monologuing, right? And like Barbara Brennan calls it, an energy field is called the oral sucker, right? So where they just like suck on and it freaks us out, right? But with this energy center, when you learn how to use this energy center, basically I can stand in their presence and I can just connect to myself and understand that person that's an oral sucker, that is a person that doesn't know how to connect to their own source energy. Right. And so they're trying to get energy that they need from the energy fields of others. And it's just because they don't know what they're doing. They're not conscious of what they're doing. So what I do, instead of trying to get away from them or trying to protect myself, what I do is I actually open it all up. And I let this energy come through me. And it's like, here you go, have as much as you want until I feel complete. Right? Until I feel like there's a sense of like, okay, that's enough. And I'll say thank you very much for sharing or whatever and take my leave. But instead of trying to protect, right, and shield and get and get bowled over by it, this center here you'll be able to stand in that energy. I went through a period of time. So I told you guys that it's an evolution, right? It's an evolution of our consciousness. And every time hey, Peculiar Prince, welcome. Good to see you. So it's an evolution, right? So it's not like our life is always easy. It's like, oh, you've reached this next level. Here is another challenge for you, right? So spiritual, here's another challenge for you. Use the tools that you just learned for this. So there was a period of time in my life where I got into a relationship, and this isn't that long ago, maybe 5 years ago. So I've already been into the light body for 20 years, 15 years. And I get into this relationship with a beautiful, beautiful person. But that person would have these like attacks that I didn't understand. I didn't know what it was. And it turns out it was like a really intense ADHD, emotional deregulation and like hyper rejection, right? So it was like this combination of mental health issues that I did not know about. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand what's happening. But I kept saying to Spirit, why am I guided to be in this relationship? Why am I being put here? Why did I attract this to myself? And Spirit kept saying to me, you're learning to remain calm and centered in the midst of chaos. You're learning to remain calm and centered in the midst of chaos. And so that relationship was like 2 years or 3 years. It was a lot of chaos, but it really it worked me. It made me work these energy body centers to remain calm and centered in that energy of chaos, which has helped me in other areas of my life. And then I was able to let that relationship go when it was complete, when I had enough, when I had learned what I needed to learn from that relationship. But yeah, so there's always this next level that you're going to be receiving. But the light body itself gives you the tools for the challenge. Yeah. Did that answer your question, Zara?
Yeah, parts of it, because you said also that the toroidal field is only one part of the light body.
Yeah.
So, how can I imagine what else is there? Like, or is that too much for now?
Yeah. Well, no. The next. So there's all kinds of paths on your spiritual journey. Yeah. And so I'm offering the Path of the Awakening Your Light Body course, and that's going to start on Wednesday. So if you're interested in learning more about it and really studying it and use it and you like my vibe, I invite you to take this course with us. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It's a year-long course of support.
I saw that the live sessions are always like midnight or something for me, or 1 a.m.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
so
Are you also doing one for Europeans, or?
I don't have that big of a following yet, unfortunately. So yeah, so I'm just doing it for New York. But the what should I say to you? The live classes are twice a month, and several people in the last group weren't able to make the lives. They did the recordings of the lives. So that's an option for you. I was just looking at the so that's where we're at right now. So if you wanted to do it, if this was interesting to you, you can always pop on. And where do you live?
Berlin.
Oh, Berlin. Oh, you're the girl from Berlin. Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? You and I, let's have a conversation if it's something you're interested in, and we can see what we can do.
Yeah, that would be cool. Thank
in
you.
regards to supporting you. Yeah. You're welcome.
Because if we practice like talking to each other while running the energy and stuff, then that you have to be live, I guess.
Yeah, for the practices you would have to be live, but you would be able to practice it. I mean, we practice it live in class, but you're going to practice it live in your life. Yeah. Cool beans, guys. All right. So I just wanted to ask if anybody else wanted anything to share. Thanks for sharing, Zara. Does anyone have anything else you want to share? And if not, I'll show you another super quick video. Prince, were you able to, were you with us for the meditation?
I was not, because this started at 7 a.m. here, and that's early.
Early for a Saturday. I get it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, guys. So I'm going to just put this little quick meditation on from, oops. Or not meditation, but my mouse is getting all skitsy. And I invite you to write anything in the chat for me. If you have anything you want to talk about while this is going on.
It's really foundational because it's just made such an impact on my life, and it's just made everything so much smoother, because even if I have a challenge that I'm facing, I feel like I've been given tools to deal with it that are going to make it much easier for me to accept. I'm not going to say it solves every problem, but it gives you the keys to solving every problem.
Yeah.
And that's what's so fundamental about it. Just like certain things should be for everybody. I think that everybody should learn how to do some form of healing and everything, but this is actually learning how to master your body, really, your light body, because, we have to realize that's more than just this. Of course, people know this. And if, once you get to that realization, you do have a responsibility to learn how to work with these other energies. And this is just a perfect progression through that, because it explains everything, and it works on levels where it just gives you just enough each time. So you're not moving into the next thing until you're already starting to feel like a different type of energy. And then you get into the next level and it explains it. So it's very, very seamless. And the great thing about it is that there's so much support about it. You have the videos that you can go back to, the meditations. It is integrated into your daily routine.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so powerful.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, you're given these skills or something like that, and then, okay, here you go. And if you don't practice them, it doesn't seem to work. But this is something where a foundation is built. You have these meditations, then you have these classes to check in. And by the time you're in it for about a month or so, you already are completely different than when you started.
Yeah.
So it's really, I would definitely say this is something for everybody. And what's so great about it is that you just have to have the awareness that there is more to you than just your body.
Right.
And then it's broken down in such a way that I don't think it would be above anybody's head.
Right. Right.
I think it's just introduced in such a way that it's very subtle, and then it starts to work. And then at one point, everything will expand naturally, as long as you are following all of the coursework.
And then what's great about
So I just wanted to share that Melissa said that it's something that you can easily bring into your day, incorporate into your day. The as I mentioned before, you have 6 volumes of home study guided meditations. They are not mine. These are the original coursework of Oren Daben, Sanea Roman, and Dwayne Packer. Each of the meditations is only 20 minutes long. And so you're going to be able to stream it from your phone when you need to. So like if you're in a car and you're waiting, or if you're out in the world and you're waiting for something, or if you're at work and you want to take a lunch break, The meditation is 20 minutes and you can easily fit it into your day here or there. And a lot of times the students will listen to the meditations before they go to sleep at night. And so that's also an option. So I just wanted to share that most of the meditations are about 20 minutes long and they're real easy to fit in. I know that when I was doing it, I would often do like 3 a day. But then there was other times where like the minimum that you want to think about doing is like 3 times a week, 20 minutes a day. So if you can fit in 20 minutes 3 times a week, you'll move through the coursework really quickly.
Meditations is they're quick and simple, so you can, you don't have to spend 3 hours in meditation. It's, you can really pick one that matches what you need that day, and it's 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So it's really easy to incorporate it.
But I always came out with these huge understandings and aha moments where if I started putting what I was learning into practice, my life started changing and changing rapidly for the better. Things started happening. Blocks started moving out of my way. Relationships got better. And I sleep better at night. I have less stress. I have joy in my life. So a lot of these things have really brought my life to a point where I see nothing but light at the end. Been very profound.
All right, loves, that is it. Stop that. It has been a wonderful, beautiful journey connecting with you guys over the last 5 days. This offering will be left on YouTube until April 3rd. No, not until March 20th, which is next Wednesday when we're going to start the course. We will send you all an invitation via email right now with the links for the Light Body course so you can check it out. And I also am going to get together the dates. But if you just in general, you want to check the dates, we're starting March 20th. The next class is April 3rd, and it's every other Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have a whole bunch of material to do at home, and then we connect, share, support, and love on you. Okay. All right, everybody, have a wonderful weekend, and hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.